Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are going to be starting a week-long video where I take you along with me each day as I fill out my planner. Something weird's going on over here. I fill out my planner and get my to-do lists updated and hopefully get a lot done. So it's Monday, August 18th. I'm pretty tired. I got back from Texas yesterday after less than 48 hours there, and I had all intentions when I got home on cleaning and laundry and unpacking and filming, and it just didn't happen. I needed rest. So today is going to really be a lot of catch up on that kind of stuff. Um, the week is kind of open, and I'm unsure if we're going to be going away this weekend or not. We may be going down to the shore. It just really depends on the weather. So I'm going to first write in here today. And today is Monday, so it is payday. So always up on my Monday list is updating my budget. But I want to get some bullet points here. So this is a really good zig dot marker that's going to match this spread really nicely. If you missed the plan with me for this spread, it was using JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop stickers, which I really love. It just feels very August and sweet. So we're going to get my budget updated. And then I have to empty the dishwasher as well. I also need to unpack, and put away laundry. James was so great and did the laundry and washed the bedding and all of this stuff while I was away. But my laundry I need to put away. Okay, then I also want to film my September monthly today. So that'll probably be after this. And then I need to print out photos for memory keeping from Texas so that I can film that maybe tomorrow, because that's really the next video I have to do. So the way that I plan out my YouTube content is, well, I plan it out in a certain way, but then the way that I tend to film it is in order. So right now, the video for memory keeping is probably supposed to go up like one of these, no, not these days, these are what I'm on, next week, and those are like, that's the next video that needs to be filmed. So I tend to do it in order like that. And then the final thing is I'm just going to write choose date. We are between two dates right now for an engagement party, and the way that we're choosing the date is we're going to, we first went to our families yesterday and proposed two dates to see who was more available, like which date people are more available on. And then the next step for today is to go to our closest friends, like the ones who will be in our wedding party, and see which dates they'll be available on. And then based on that, we'll come to a decision. So I need to choose a date. I don't have anything to write in this box yet, so it may just be whatever I end up doing after work, or a TV show that James and I are watching, or something like that. And then tomorrow we have a co-working Zoom with my Patreon members. I have my best friend's birthday on Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be cardboard recycling. And then I think that's it for now. There's definitely going to be a lot of things that need to be done throughout the week, but this is a really good list for today. A lot of this I wish I had done yesterday, but I didn't. I really needed to prioritize the rest, or I would have been so tired this morning. So this gives me a good start, and I'll check in with you tomorrow. It is Tuesday. So yesterday I got most of the things done on my list, except for printing photos and choosing a date for our engagement party, because we are still waiting to hear back from someone very close to us to make sure they're available. But as the day went on, I got myself into a very overwhelmed mindset because I was thinking of everything I needed to do this week and got really stressed out. So I did create, there's a video about this, but I did create a priority list. And so I needed to kind of shift gears about where my priorities stood and kind of reset, which I really should have done before I made yesterday's to-do list, but it happens. So last night, James and I together, we both had our laptops out and we worked on our wedding. And then we'll go a little cursive here, guest list, which was really fun. It was the first time we kind of sat down together to do some wedding planning. So I really like doing that. I need to finish my list, and the part I need to finish today is I'm going to write guest list order, the order in which people are invited, like, family, bridal party, my friends, then like extended, like my mom's friends, things like that. So we're doing it in a specific order. James is a spreadsheet whiz, and so I had my list that I had worked on, and then he had made a spreadsheet formula, and so I just need to add mine into his formula. And then the next thing that I'm going to do today is I have a UGC video. UGC stands for user generated content, and it's content that I create for brands that I don't share. You may see it, you may never see it, but I don't share them on my channel. Other things today, I'm going to write take out trash, and I'm doing that towards the end of the day. So I like to put it down here, and then we're going to do a lot of cleaning today. So clean film desk, the desk I use to film videos, clean work desk. And then the next thing that is going to be on my list for today, I'm using this to reference. So blue is Tuesday, but I also didn't get everything done Monday that I wanted to. I did print the photos, so I think I'll put that here. And then the other blue thing is to clear off my office couch, which right now is filled with planner launches. There are a couple of other things in blue here, but those are like graphics that I need to create. So I'll really be using my social media planner for that. But this was just kind of, usually when I have like a big video to do, I'll put that over here, and then the rest can kind of wait. So that is today's list. I'm hopeful that this other list that I made for the week is going to really help me stay on track and not feel as overwhelmed as I felt yesterday, because I was really stressed out. And I think that sitting down and working through that list was really good. I may shift some of the things over here. I think that would be a good idea. Shifting the to-dos over here so that I don't have to keep referencing back and forth, so that, and this way, since I don't have the sidebar, anything in the sidebar right now, it'll make sense to do that. But we need my bullet marker for these bullet points over here, but I may not be able to do that until I clean my desk, because I'm not sure where the bullet point marker is. Here it is. Hence why I need to clean my desks. So these are the things for today's list, and then I'll shift this over off camera, and then we'll kind of talk through it tomorrow. Okay, it's Wednesday morning. So what I did, like I said, was I was going to move everything that was remaining over to this side, because I've gotten a lot done and now we're pretty condensed, and all that's left is what's over here. And I just feel like that's a really good way to do things. So I got through everything yesterday and was really proud of myself for getting as much cleaned in my office as I did. So today, let's go back to my bullet marker. I actually don't have a box for today. Should we put a box? I could put a box like over, don't really have much room for a box unless I were to remove this, which in order to remove this, I'm definitely going to need my undo. I hate to remove it, but I could probably put it somewhere else. So let's try to remove this. It's been down for a couple of weeks, and sometimes the small shop stickers don't remove as easily as like the mass produced stickers. Ooh, the smell of that is horrible, but we'll see. At the end of the day, whoops, I do need this planner to be more functional than decorative. So if there's something I need the space for, we should use it, but I'm having a little bit of trouble lifting this. It's always the bicycles. Oh, we got it. Okay. And then I think we'll just put this over here and I can trim off the edge. So I do need a box. Peach would be great here. I don't really know if I have like an easily accessible peach, but I would probably want a square one. And I think that pastel functional boxes probably has the closest match to what I would need here, like this one. So we'll use that. Because tonight I'm going over to James's sister's house, which is where our engagement party is, to plan the engagement party, basically. So I'm just going to write dinner at Jen's for party planning. Okay, so back to today. We're going to do Texas memory keeping this morning. And that'll be my final video for August, aside from this video. And then schedule venue tour. I want to book a caterer for the engagement party. Mail destashes. And I need to go to Whole Foods. That's probably all that's going to be on my list from this list over here, because what will be, let me just trim this, it's bothering me. What will be left is scheduling an engagement photo shoot, which I can't really do yet because I need James, because I need to be able to look at his calendar with him. I have designed the invites, but I need to review them with him. So that's kind of art. It's not really done, but it'll be done once like we do it, finish it together. And then mailing the thank you cards, I can't do yet because I'm waiting on return address labels that hopefully will arrive today or tomorrow. I could condense the cardboard, but that's really a tomorrow job. So I think that that's really all that I like need to do today from this list, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 left. If I get these done, that means there's 6 left. And we're not going down the shore this weekend. We decided, because we're going to hit like the remnants of the hurricane and you're not going to be able to go in the water anyway. The beach could be dangerous. So we're not going to go. So now I have room for additional things to be on my to-do list today, which is great. So what am I going to do? I feel like I've been so focused on this other to-do list that I haven't really thought beyond that. But my office is in pretty good shape. So I don't really know. I feel like sometimes my to-dos come throughout the day. So I think that maybe that's going to be all. One thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to write check on bills. Just kind of confirming everything with my budget. My electric bill sometimes comes the 19th, 20th, 21st. It hasn't come as of yesterday. I didn't check it yet today. But if that comes, I want to get it paid. I like to pay my bills as soon as they come because I feel like I'm going to forget otherwise. So we're going to check on my bills and then we'll just leave this open for something else. So I think that that is all for now, and I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hello, hello. It is Thursday. I'm very happy about it being Thursday. I feel like this week this week has been okay. I've been behind the scenes dealing with a lot of anxiety about a personal situation. And when I'm anxious, I get these like horrible knots in my stomach, and it's just so hard for me to focus on anything. And it really impacts me. I mean, as it does with anyone who experiences anxiety. So if you experience it, you're not alone. In my situation, I knew what the source was and I just had to work through it, which I have. I woke up feeling better today, but exhausted. Like I had my alarm set for 7:40. I didn't end up getting out of bed until 8:05. And I was like, you know what? I'm allowed to. It's okay because Friday I'm off work. So this was the whole plan. That since we're not going down the shore this weekend, I can spend Friday getting other things done and I'm allowed to lay in bed a little bit longer. We also didn't get home until like 9:30 last night. James wasn't originally supposed to come with me to his sister's because he had kickball, but because we had horrible storms last night, his kickball game was canceled. So we got home late and I am just really tired. So I got everything done yesterday except for mailing D-stashes because I was waiting on one person's address, but I have that now, so we're going to mail those today. The other thing I added was bridesmaid asks because I was at his sister's yesterday with both of his sisters. I wanted to ask them to be my bridesmaid, and I had a cute little way of doing it. I'll share a reel at some point on Instagram once I've asked all of my bridesmaids, but I created a custom label for a bottle of champagne with a photo of us on it, and it said like, Jen, will you be my bridesmaid? Kim, will you be my bridesmaid? So this weekend I should be asking two more, and then probably won't finish until October based on when I'm seeing certain people. So I'm excited about that, but I'm glad that I got those done last night. Okay, so today we are going to mail the D-stashes. I also have a September launch that I want to film. That's likely going to be a lunch break project because it is 8:42. So I decided that I was just going to take it easy this morning. I did some administrative stuff, printing out shipping labels, answering emails, updating my budget. And then I took a hot shower and now I'm feeling good. I feel like that was the best use of my time this morning versus filming a video and just trying to like prioritize getting myself back on track. So now we have condensed cardboard. I want to mail the thank you cards today. I can do that at the same time that I mail the D-stashes. And then the photo shoot, I don't know if that's going to happen today or not, but I want to research evites. So price-wise, we're most likely going to be sending virtual invitations to our engagement party, not our wedding, of course, but our engagement party. And the first place that I looked was $90 to send the amount we want. And I feel like $90 to send engagement party invitations is a lot of money. So I want to research a couple of other places for that. So that's definitely going to be on the list. And then designing the invites. Let me just write that. Even though they're almost designed, I just need James's sign off. And put away new releases is probably going to end up being something for tomorrow. So the next thing I'm going to do is finish bridesmaids labels. I all know what that means with finished bridesmaid. Tonight, when James gets home from work and we have dinner, we are going to finalize our engagement party guest list so that we can start to send out the invites because the party is now September 27th. So we are just over a month away. So we really need to get moving on that. Saturday, we are seeing a venue. I'm just going to initial it. And that will be at 11 a.m. And then after that, we are going to go visit two of my friends, my best friends. One of them, it's her birthday yesterday. The other one lives a mile away, and we're going to go visit both of them. And I'm going to get emotional. I'm going to ask them to be my co-matrons of honor. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm getting emotional. These girls are not only my best friends, but my sisters. And one of them I've known since we were in kindergarten, and the other I've known since sixth grade. And they're my everything. So they are going to stand there with me as co-matrons of honor, and hopefully they say yes. I'm sure they will. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. So I want to get those finished today so that I can ask them, but I'm not sure on those timings. And tomorrow, really, my plan is to spend from like 8:30 a.m. It's going to be really my first, it's not only my first Friday, well, it's not my first Friday off. Let me back up. My first Friday off was August 1st. This will be my first Friday off that I'm home because we're not going away. So I really want to make the most of that time. So I'm going to actually write some of these things down to really help myself for Plan with Elise, because I'd like to spend 8 to 12 on Plan with Elise. That's my hope for tomorrow. So one of them is going to be a UGC video. I did a UGC video here, but that was due Friday. I do one per week. This UGC video will be for the following week. And because we're going to be away next weekend for Labor Day, it's just going to make my life easier if I can get that done tomorrow. I'm also going to film 2 customs. And then I'll probably I'd like to do 4 videos tomorrow. So I'm just going to write that here. I'm not entirely sure what the other ones will be. I think I know what they'll be, but they'll be for upcoming launches. So I'd like to really get 4 of those done tomorrow. Then my next hope for tomorrow, I need to do that Amazon return. And then any other errands that are not at home. And then tomorrow also we're going to put away new releases, because the new releases I want to put away are launching tomorrow. And the other thing that I'd really like to do tomorrow, but I'm not going to write it down yet in case something else comes up, so I just need to remember it, is I really want to clean out my kitchen. I have like this kitchen buffet, so I'm just going to write this over here for now. The reason I don't want to write it in the planner, I'm more organized than clean out, but I don't want to write it in the planner in case something else comes up. So we're just going to put it over here. So I think that I'm in good shape. It's very stormy still. I could use some sun to come out and help like wake me up a little bit, but I feel like I'm in good shape for the day. Last night we got so much done for the engagement party, and I'm really feeling better about the fact that that wasn't the source of my anxiety, but I'm just feeling better about like the fact that we have an actionable plan. I was so glad James was able to come because he had input on things, and I want his input. Of course, it's his party too. So really excited, and I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hello, hello. It is Saturday morning. It's not Friday. Because I pretty much filled in all of Friday on Thursday, I felt like I didn't really need to come on and talk about it much more. So before I do that, let's fill in Thursday. And Thursday night, we sent out engagement party invites. Yay. Okay, yesterday I got through everything on my list. I needed to go to the liquor store also. The only thing I didn't get through was the Amazon return because I failed. I looked at the shipping label or the return label, and the last date to return was the 19th. So let that be your lesson. If you have a return pending, just go do it. It's not the end of the world. It was an air mattress, and I'm sure that we'll find use for an air mattress at some point or whatever. I could always try to sell it, but I think it's fine. So last night we went to dinner at a restaurant we really like called Sunset, and we were with James's friends are my friends too now. Anthony, Danielle, and I'm just going to write Junior because their little one, who turned 1 in May, is Anthony Jr. Okay, so today's going to be a bit of a busy day, but I am up early this morning because I'd like to get some things done today. But I need to be really like showered at 10. So it is now, what time is it? Let's see what time it is. 8:30. So I have an hour and a half to get some things done. So we're just going to put the bullets in here, and whatever I don't finish, that's okay, because as far as as this week's list, I'm really in good shape. I haven't cleaned my kitchen buffet yet, and I haven't scheduled the photo shoot, but that's okay. Neither of those are super urgent. So I need to place an order this morning at Barnes& and Noble, and then we need to pick it up. So let's just do pick up order, because of course those are two separate things. And then this morning, I want to film an upcoming Hell of a Plan release. And then I also want to film, I think, my big planner. Oh, I already did that one. No. Oh, no. I made a mistake. I was going to say I wanted to film my big planner for the week of September 1st, but I've already done that one. I guess I did that one when I did the Hell of a Plan box, Hell of a Fan box. So I have a specific video that I want to put up on September 4th where I'm planning. So I may just do something else for that week or for that day with like another layout. Maybe for the following week. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm just gonna write. I'm just gonna write film big. I think that would make sense. And then if I have time, I need to do the thumbnails from yesterday's videos. I ended up filming 5 videos yesterday, which I'm very happy with. I was trying to sort of figure out the balance of my day. The other thing was I ended up having a meeting at 8:30 with a brand. So I was on that meeting from 8:30 to 10:30, and then I worked from 10:30 to about 2. And I think I wore myself out. So I pushed really, really hard yesterday, which is good to do on a day off, but also I want to make sure that I'm reserving some of my energy, preserving some of my energy. So we'll figure out next Friday. I'll be down the shore for Memorial Day weekend, or Labor Day weekend, but I'll start to figure out what my new schedule looks like. So I think that will be all that's on my list here for today. And then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, today, we're going to write, I'm going to my friend Carly's, and then I'm going to my friend Mel's. So these are my 2 best friends from childhood, and they live a few minutes. I think I may have mentioned this already, but they live a few minutes from each other. And so when I see one, I usually go see the other also. So once we finish our tour, we're going to go straight to Carly's and then go to Mel's and then come home. And we'll see what tomorrow looks like. So I don't really have anything else to write down for today because I only have about an hour and a half. I'm sure that when we get home later, I'm just going to want to relax. So it's okay to not have every moment filled in. But here we are. So that is a wrap on today, and I'll check in with you tomorrow. Okay, it is Sunday. So yesterday I did get everything on my list, but I didn't get beyond that. So we ended up at Carly's at 1 p.m. and ended up at Mel's at 4 p.m. And then we were home probably by 6 and made our leftovers that we needed to, that we had from Friday night, and then watched a movie. So just had a quiet night. Today, I originally planned on spending most of today filming. However, James made a list this morning before I woke up of everything that he thinks we should get done around the house. And that's where I'm going to put my priority because he's home today. Throughout the week, he's, at work. So I'm going to put those things down because I can film videos and get Plan with Elise stuff done. Which color was this? This color. You know, during the week, like when I'm on my lunch break and all of that before work, the stuff that we're doing together, I need him here for. So there may still be a few other things I do. However, we're leaving around 2 o'clock for a barbecue. So let me write that. 2 p.m. barbecue. And 5:30. I'm just going to write horseshoe tavern for a fantasy football draft that I'm going to as well. I'm not in the fantasy football league, but I'm going to the draft. So our list today is paint, office, door, clean, really organized, but clean linen closet, clean, I'm gonna write kitchen closet. It's kind of like this weird closet it's probably called a broom closet, to be honest. It's in between my kitchen and my living room, and it's where I keep like brooms and cleaning supplies and all of that kind of stuff. We're going to deep clean the kitchen and deep clean floors. And then I would like to film 2 customs today if I have time, we'll see. But the other thing that I want to do is 2 dresser drawers clean out. And it's actually 2 specific drawers. One is a drawer of my pajamas and one is a drawer of my tank tops. And I have too many of both and I just want to get those cleaned out like as soon as possible. So that is the list today. Right now it's about 9 o'clock. So there's probably time to do all of these, but I also don't want to feel like I'm spending my entire day, like, and then I'm exhausted tonight. So we're just going to kind of take it like step by step. My plan this morning, right now, James is having breakfast. I'm not much of a breakfast person. So while he's having breakfast, I'm actually going to go into my bedroom and work on this. And then um, he's going to paint my office door. And while I do that, I'm putting it in here together because it's just how we're spending our day. While he paints the office door, I'm going to clean the linen closet, which is next to the office. Then we're going to do the kitchen closet and deep clean the kitchen together, and then the floors. If there's time, I'll do 2 customs. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll shower, and then while my hair is like air drying, I let it air dry like 90% before I put heat to it. So sometimes while that is going on, that's when I'll come in here and film a video. But I think that it's a good setup for today. So kitchen buffet isn't on the list yet. Maybe we'll shift that to next week. But I feel like we've got a good setup. And from where I started the week to where I'm ending it, I feel like I'm in such a good place. You know, when I was like stewing this morning before when I woke up maybe at like 5 a.m., you know, and then before I went back to sleep, I was thinking, okay, I should spend the entire day filming custom videos. And it's like, you know what? Right now, my YouTube content is scheduled through September 6th. That's almost 2 weeks out. I'm in really good shape. As I head into this week, I can make this week's priorities, customs, and those types of things, but really spend today doing things around the house with James. So I feel like I'm in really good shape. This was a good week. We made a wedding guest list. We worked on our engagement party. We sent out our engagement party invitations. We saw friends. I asked my 2 best friends to be my matrons of honor. We saw a wedding venue, which we loved, but there's more to see. That was only the first one. And I feel like I'm in good shape. So I really like how this spread came out. I feel like it's very functional, but it's really pretty. And hopefully you enjoyed coming along with me on the journey. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.